With Flower Bluff, you could soon see a desal plant in your neighborhood. See that plant back there? That is the Barney Davis power plant, the site of a potential future desal facility. I'm Sunrise anchor Bryan Hofmann answering your questions when it comes to water. One of them posed was, why didn't the city of Corpus Christi build a desal plant at Barney Davis when they had the opportunity to back in 2010? And can it happen now? Now, to understand the answer, it helps to know what Barney Davis actually is. The Barney M. Davis power plant sits along the Laguna Madre in Flower Bluff. It already pulls in seawater to cool the power plant, which is why it's been long considered a logical location for a desal facility. In theory, the plant there could use the same seawater intake system and turn salt water into drinking water. The Barney Davis power plant has been studied for about 20 years as a potential desal site. Engineers have actually said it's technically feasible and put it in multiple different plans for future desal. But feasibility does not equal approval or funding. I spoke with Nueces County Tax Assessor Collector Kevin Kieschnick. He was actually on the city council during 2010. He tells me that the city both didn't have the money for it or really the need for water, as industry wasn't as prevalent back then. At the time, a full-scale desal plant at Barney Davis would have cost hundreds of millions of dollars to be built. Today, the estimate is closer to $600 million, with tens of millions more each year to operate it, largely because desal requires massive amounts of energy. On top of that, Corpus Christi still had access to cheaper water sources, including surface water and reuse projects. So desal was viewed as a future backup, not an urgent need. So it's not exactly fair to say that the city chose not to move forward with desal. It's more accurate that it just wasn't ready at the time. But now, 25 years later, it may be a different story.
There's already power there. That's one very positive thing, and that's always been the appeal. The other thing is the proximity to the Gulf. But we'd obviously still have to go through all the permitting. There'd still be a long process that would still be 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years out.
And so Barney Davis has always been a strong contender when it comes to future desal plant. The question has never been whether it could work. It's more been whether the city could afford it and navigate the tricky environmental and regulatory hurdles that come with it. And as for the future of this potential desal plant, well, that's still to be told. Covering your questions in your neighborhood in Flower Bluff, I'm Bryan Hofmann with Chris 6 News.